The Eagles offense struggled against the blitz on Sunday, and in general just had bad play design, even on some plays that aren't blitzes. I want to dive into a few of those plays. This one, the Eagles are going to run a play action pass, and so we're going to run the play fake to Miles Sanders, and Hurts is going to bootleg to the right. I don't understand this play design. They have Devonta Smith comes on this deep over route, and Dallas Goedert is going to sort of run like this drag wheel route. But when you're going to roll your quarterback out to the right side of the field, why is there only one route coming that way? Typically, you would want routes breaking with your quarterback so he has options. There's just no options here, and I don't understand this play design. Like, where are we trying to go with this ball? There's no one in the intermediate area of the field, no one releasing into the flat. Nobody is in conflict. We can attack Hurts downhill, triple cover Devonta Smith, and the ball just has to be thrown away. It's just bad play design, and I don't know what's happening here. On this play, we have A.J. Brown compressed to the formation. He's actually going to chip block number 49. Why? I have no idea. Does Lane Johnson really need help from a chip block? Lane Johnson, given all the injuries, Lane Johnson is the one guy you can leave on an island and you can trust him. He hasn't given up a sack since World War II or something like that. And yet we have A.J. Brown chip blocking, and he doesn't just chip block, but he sells out for this so much that he actually falls down and he's taken himself entirely out of the play. What does this do for the Eagles? How does that help? And what is Gainwell doing on this play? If we're chipping 45, then 33 is Gainwell's responsibility if he comes off the edge. That's who Gainwell is responsible for in pass protection. And yet Gainwell comes right up the middle. What are we doing? It leaves this free runner off of the edge. Now, Gainwell will recover and try to get out here, but this should be his responsibility from the snap, and he blows that. He comes back to pick it up. Hurts feels pressure, and he just sort of runs around. This is a bad play on Hurts, too, as we'll see from the back view. Hurts drops his eyes immediately. He hits the top of his drop. There is no looking for receivers. There is sheer panic and running. Now, he's playing behind two backup offensive linemen. He was clearly uncomfortable. But this is just bad design. It's bad execution by everything in the offense. Now, on this play, we see a clear overload blitz. We've got the center on the defensive tackle here. We've got 2-on-2 to the right side. We have 3-on-2 potentially to the left side of the field. So this is a clear overload blitz. I don't understand what the Eagles are doing here. This is just a bad rep all around. We roll this tape here. Let me show you what we're looking at. First of all, Opeta is slow to pass this off. He should be passing this off. He can't allow somebody to come up the middle. He's slow to pass it off. And so this is mistake number one. Mistake number two is Driscoll. Driscoll gets beat to the inside. And so you have both your left guard and your left tackle getting beat. I don't understand. I know these guys haven't played well together. It's just a poor job here passing this off. And you could say that you have Devonta Smith coming across the middle here, and maybe you want Hurts to get that out. But again, you need a quick route from the top of the field. It's so hard for Hurts to see this pressure coming and then look back across the field. If you think there's a chance that we're getting all of this pressure, why don't we have somebody releasing to the flat? Like, if Dallas Goedert releases to the flat here, look how open he would be. There is nobody in the flat. The spot that Devonta Smith is running to, Goedert could be there, and it could be an easy hot route for Jalen Hurts, and it's just not there. So poor job in design, poor job by the left guard and the left tackle on this play. On to the next one. I don't know what this play is. Let me roll it first and we'll talk about it. Like, what are we doing? We leave J.J. Watt unblocked. Okay, so this is on Jack Driscoll. This play's so bad I honestly don't know what's going on, but we leave J.J. Watt unblocked. The only reason you would leave J.J. Watt unblocked on purpose is for an RPO or a zone read play. If this is an RPO or a zone read, this is a clear give situation. Hurts should have given the ball. But is it? Because if we watch the right tackle and the right guard, they don't seem to go run block. They're just holding their ground. And yet, Devonta Smith at the bottom of the screen, he does appear to be run blocking. He's not running a route. Just a bizarre sequence. It's like half the team thought it was a run play and half didn't. And Hurts ends up throwing the ball away. Fortunate not to take a sack there. And again, that's just bad play design and execution. On this one, we're going to see 6 guys rush against 5, and there's going to be 2 people come unblocked. Now, my biggest critique of this play is stop going compressed. Look, everyone is compressed to the line of scrimmage, and while that does make it easier to hit routes to the flats, which the Eagles did a lot in this game, it allows the Cardinals to put all of these guys on the line. And you can't figure out who's coming until after the snap. If you spread it out, you force them to spread out, but that's not what happens. And we're going to see 2 free runners, 6 guys blocking, 6 guys rushing, and you get 2 free runners. Now, what's going on in this play? You've got the double A-gap mug look from the linebackers. Kelsey is going to take number 9, which means that the running back is responsible for number 25. Now, that means we've got a blocker here, 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 and here. And so if Dallas Goedert doesn't block, we've got a guy just off screen here. Number 7 is free, and number 3 is free. So you need to have answers for if those guys come. Both of them come. Goddard is going out, so we have to have accounted for in this play a guy coming untouched off of the edge, and we just don't. There's nothing there. Hurts takes an immediate sack. You should have a hot coming from this side of the field. As we go back over here, maybe you could be looking at this receiver coming over the middle, but you can't do that from a compressed look because you have linebackers dropping off the line. If this is spread, if you've got this receiver, if he all of a sudden is out here, you can run this little drag or this little slant route and it'll be open. But because he's compressed, the middle of the field is not open. There's nothing breaking to the sideline, and there's just nowhere for Jalen Hurts to go. So terrible design. Stop going compressed against the blitz. And then another one, I just don't know what's going on here. This is the play at the end of the game, throwing to the end zone, almost intercepted. It looks like an immediate sprint rollout, but the line doesn't slide out, so it's a sprint rollout into pressure. And just look at the spacing here. You got 3 routes, all in the same portion of the field. And it just brings a lot of traffic. You don't allow anybody to win one-on-one. If Dallas Goedert's not there, maybe Quez Watkins has his guy beat. He's got a step. But because Dallas Goedert's here, get him out of the play. And then you would allow your speed guy to get a step on the corner. But it's just bad spacing, bad rhythm, bad execution. The Eagles struggled against the blitz. They struggled in general, and a lot of it I thought came down to the schematic X's and O's. A lot of these plays were doomed to fail before the ball was ever snapped.